Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Scuff 50K at UMG DC. While I've got you here, you guys can subscribe for Jerky XP Gamer Packs using the code UMG for 10% off, and you can try all the beef flavors in the venue. So, yes, I'm Brusty. Joining me here is Chance. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. We just watched a fantastic first matchup between TK and Denial, and a lot of people predicted Denial, but it went all the way to Game 5, Round 11. Pretty much the perfect kickoff for this tournament.
It certainly was. What a screamer to open up the stream here at UMG. So, the match we do have for you now, though, is going to be OpTic versus Onslaught. Now, Chance, you had a lot to say about Onslaught while we were discussing it in the break.
Yeah, so I've been casting a lot of GB tournaments lately, and Onslaught has been completely on top of those. There was about a 3-week period where I think Sean told me that they were in literally every single tournament that had pro points available. The guys have been completely on their grind, so I think even a lot of people at home, unless they kept up with MES, aren't even aware of who these guys really are. Now, of course, they're going against OpTic Gaming, who needs no introduction, but Onslaught, fantastic team, but, I mean, it's OpTic.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where you sit here and you kind of like, you know what, we could talk about both teams, but OpTic Gaming here are one of the favorites to come into this tournament. A lot of people are predicting the 1 and 2 battle of them versus FaZe against Onslaught. Though this is going to be a bit difficult for Onslaught to kind of come away with a win, if we're being honest. However, there's always a chance. It's 4 players versus 4 players. Yeah,
without a doubt, and it's also, you know, the first match that either of these teams are going to be having in the tournament. So, you know, maybe one team is going to be warmed up for the other.
Friday.
But, you know, Onslaught, even if you're going against OpTic Gaming, you know, you know what you're getting yourself into going against, you know, either the best or second best team in the game. But they're going to get it out of the way earlier. This is at least going to be a lot of good experience for them, you know, going through the rest of pool play.
Well, we're about to jump into this game here, and yeah, I agree with you. This is one of the ones where you have to say it's going to be very difficult for people to be backing Onslaught in this scenario, not because they're a bad team, but because of the caliber of competition they're up against.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, I mean, of course, OpTic Gaming, you're going to have to start on board with them. The guys, if they come out hot, is just going to be devastating, especially when we're talking about Hardpoint. So we're going to go with the Jinjin Ninja Scumpy, and of course, he's already in the hill playing incredibly aggressively, and of course, able to get that first blood.
They certainly are. Looking at our former team trying to hold down Glass. I suspect we'll see if he can get a pick here or at least push through. Be looking to get a bit of Glass control and just use that bout of devastating effect. Here he goes now. He should be going up top. Scump's going to push for him as well. And you know what? This is all about control. Crimsic's probably doing the exact same job, just holding it down.
Without a doubt, OpTic Gaming right now in full control. Those blue arrows just struggling to even set foot inside the hill. Everyone from OpTic Gaming right off the bat firing on his cylinders. Formal, that's his first kill that he's gotten. It took him 40 seconds to do so, but everyone else on the map on his team, just incredibly hot start.
Oh, it's going to be pushing forward here, just mixing it up really to just keep the kills coming in. And they're still going to have the spawns here OpTic Gaming, as that rotation's about to hit any second now. You can see them actually pushing through. Karma is still alive, and you actually remarking that you think this might be Karma's tournament.
Without a doubt, Karma, from what I understand, has been on the absolute grind lately, playing constantly. Even when he's not scrimming with his team, he's at least playing with someone, constantly being in Money Ace lobbies. And yeah, I think he's been improving from event to event. He was taking criticism early on, but to me, he's been improving. And honestly, I think he might just come out and destroy. And you can even see now leading the lobby and slaying. Of course, it is early on.
Well, OpTic Gaming didn't actually get the spawns they probably wanted there going into this rotation, but they are trying to slay their way out. Let's go on board with Prudian, as he's 5 and 4 and currently in the hard point, but here come OpTic Gaming through mid-cut.
Yeah, and of course, Prudian, though, going to be able to pick up a kill, spotting that one now, not able to connect with this second one, misses a few shots there, and Crimsic's able to shut him down. You still see, though, players right now for Onslaught in the hill, but then, of course, Scum going to be able to pick up a 2-piece, and OpTic Gaming going to be able to take control once again.
Oh, nice little angle there from Tron, looking for Formal for the second kill, gets that one as well. Still alive, trying to back off. Crimsic is going to go down in front of him, still trying to stay alive here to put shots down, just not able to convert it to anything, as his teammates will just get outslayed.
Yeah, and you see another 2Ps coming in from OpTic Gaming. When they pick up one, you got to make sure you get that trade, or else they are definitely going to punish you for any mistakes that you make. And you can see, though, after 3 hills, relatively close game, only about 20 points between the two. And, of course, Onslaught was able to get those spawns over for the next hill, the potential money hill, but they're going to have to slay OpTic Gaming out and not let them set foot inside.
Tiptoe just backing away here, and he's playing his life, waiting for a good pinch from his squad. This may prove devastating. He picks up Karma, goes in, looks like second kill on Scum, does manage to get it as well. Huge play by Tiptoe there. Played his life, didn't engage, even backed out of the hill just to stay alive.
Yeah, incredibly smart. Waited for his teammates to push up with him, and might have a situation where he needs to do it again. Of course, the player's pushing in over from the right side, but the kill's going in favor of Onslaught right now. They've already been able to potentially tie this one up, or at least now take the lead 51-50, but Onslaught, again, looking very good. Of course, 15 seconds left on this hill, but they might be poised to take the scrap time as well.
Tiptoe there was actually on the streak, but will go down eventually. But yeah, big plays from them, and you got to be saying like that Tiptoe play really swung the hill back in their favor. Completely surprised OpTic Gaming. They weren't expecting it, but car goes up, and the rotation has come in. Now OpTic are famous for being able to break this hill actually quite easily with their pinches.
Yeah, and of course now Onslaught was trying to go for the pinch, but a player got picked off over glass. Now they're going to be flooding in for maps, and it looks like all of the kills are going to be going in OG's favor. That is not something you want to have happen. You have to pinch hills to break on OpTic Gaming. Of course, you see now 4 blue arrows at the bottom of your minimap, all pushing up through Glass Street. Now, though, they might actually be able to break in for a moment. You see Merca and Pretty both able to pick up kills, but of course, Formal's going to be there, and Karma flinging in from the flank. OpTic Gaming able to hold out.
Yeah, they just managed to keep slaying there, and like I said, they had the rotation. They were pushing through, meaning that the guys from Onslaught weren't able to actually get any traction there on that top hill. Even 24 seconds left to go, they're just not able to get, but this could be the pinch here, Chance. Can they manage to get in? Jonah's got to stay alive, picks off that kill as well. His teammates have all got outslayed, so there will be no pinch, but he picks up 2 as he goes in. Crimsic's going against him, picks up Crimsic as well. Scum will eventually take him down, but he managed to pick up 3 players there.
At least doing some damage, but of course, so far, it's been the game of the rotation battles. Every single time that team outrotates their opponent, they're able to lock it down for the majority of the time. So OpTic Gaming has won it twice. They have about a 40-point lead. Now, though, Onslaught does have this final hill for the first rotations locked down early on. They're going to have to pick up the kills, and there you see Merca missing shots. OpTic Gaming able to break through in just 10 seconds.
Tiptoe trying to come in, not able, getting shut down as OpTic have 3 members of their team and just locking this Hardpoint down though. Scump going to watch for catwalk. And at the moment, you'll be saying it looks like it's a bit of a difficult push here for Onslaught. They're just not able to really trade as effective as they would like pushing into this hill. And that's kind of to be expected when you're playing against players like Formal, who picks up a 3-piece.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've seen, Onslaught has been able to hold down hills, but they're struggling to break them. We saw it on the past 2 hills, and this is the story now. OpTic Gaming nearly to the point where they're going to be able to double their opponent's score. Scump was on a 4 streak at the start of this hill. He gets killed, but then Formal goes on a 4 streak of his own, of course. Merca right there, able to pick up 2, picking up 1 with the nade, but then Crim6 is going to strike right back, and then, of course, Karma. Again, that last player in line is just so strong so far.
Not wanting to focus on too much, but I feel like I should point out, Scum, not only is he 24 and 13, but if you do watch him or you do watch any other players, so many times you'll see Scump hit cover and allow his teammates to just cover him. They'll just be shooting over him. And we've already seen it in this game 3 or 4 times where he trusts his teammates so completely, he's happy to just dip completely out of the way and let them take care of it.
Yeah, and even just to talk about Scump further, the player for Onslaught that's going to, kind of have that same role is actually Tiptoe. And you can just see the difference in kills between Tiptoe and Scump. Scump has just been feasting on him more or less. And you can see OpTic Gaming, again, got about an 80-point lead, have just been looking phenomenal, completely outslaying their opponent. And you can also see Onslaught Merca struggling a little bit, but really Tiptoe, when he's the guy leading the aggression, you can't just afford to go -9.
There you go. Crimsic's Formal both tying up there to kill 3 of them down. Jumping on board with Sean. Now, it's going to be a hard push here for Onslaught. I mean, this is middle here, so it is quite scrappy at times. Picks up 1, though, looking for it. Can he get Crimsic's long? He is looking for it. Does pick him up as well. Gets 2. Now, this is about the rotation for me. Onslaught have a chance if they can hit this correctly and just keep up the momentum.
Yeah, without a doubt, they're going to have to win their rotation battle. You can see they have 3 players stacked over in map. There's going to be 1 player for OpTic Gaming there. Crim6, though, going to get shut down by Merca. Merca going to be that battle player. Sean, by the way, been playing pretty well. 26 and 21, the only player positive for his team, but he gets shut down. Now everyone from Onslaught going to be kind of trapped in, but the kills going in their favor. Sean picks up, make it 3. He shuts down Scump as well, and Tiptoe showing up as well.
Oh, there's a big flank coming in. There's a desperately getting more of the players. Prudian cutting off the OpTic Gaming aggression through the spawn. That's a big play from him to make sure that doesn't actually happen. So they will still have the spawn they actually want prefer. It's easy to flood in. Still going to go down. And Sean goes down. America, the last one alive. But there are 3 members of OpTic Gaming now flooding this, and they are going to completely slay them out. Every single player just combining from OpTic there just to disallow them any kind of chance of getting a toehold.
Yeah, without a doubt, and the kills still more or less going in their favor. You see Onslaught trying to push in from the top, but OpTic Gaming is just completely prepared for it. Still have 4 players stacked right around this hill. It looks like Onslaught might be able to get in just for a second, but you can see OpTic Gaming has those spawns over for that next hill anyway. They're going to have the rotation battle won without a doubt, and again, they have about a 90-point lead. They have the rotation for a money hill. OpTic Gaming just looking way too good in Hardpoint.
Coming out, watching for the hook, watching for the players on the flank. Misses both of them. Still actually going to go down. He was in a fantastic position, but just wasn't able to convert it. And now Crimsix will be on the hill. His teammates now slowly reinforcing him. They're looking for the pinch again, but this time, OpTic Gaming will be wise to it. They are not going to allow that play from Tiptoe to happen again in any aspect. And now Karma will be watching the hook, making sure that nobody flanks. Yeah, and of course he is going to get taken down, but at the very least going to be able to call that out to his teammates. But Onslaught going to be able to break through. Merca able to pick up 2 in that engagement. And of course, Onslaught was able to lock down the majority of the time on this hill. Last time around, of course, it did take them a good bit of time to break, but still, they're going to have to start getting nearly every single point, and then Thornley gets a
three-piece and shuts it down.
Oh, Tiptoe again in the hill trying to do some work. But right now, this is OpTic Gaming's game. It's 292. And you've got to be saying, especially coming up to this top hill here, we saw OpTic Gaming get a lot of time with big plays. I can't really see much of an Onslaught chance coming back.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can just look at the scoreboard. You know, Sean doing well for his team, but he's the only one positive. Just no one else really able to put up quite the numbers to match OpTic Gaming. And of course, OpTic Gaming now, you see 4 players pushing through map side. Onslaught does have that early control, down by 111 though. And you can see the kills, OpTic Gaming picking him up, trying to break themselves in as well. Formal's coming for the side, and he's got a laser beam, able to take Murica down. And OpTic Gaming, again, able to break the hill in, you know, just 15, 20 seconds.
Still on board with Formal, and this is exactly where he wants to play. Long sight lines, good cover. And his teammates all surrounding him. It's going to be so hard for them to actually get him out of this position with that bow skill he's got. They're going to have to push him, and he hasn't managed to get away, unfortunately.
You can see Sean picking up 2 again. This was his hill last time. He went on a 5 streak last time around, and you can see Onslaught has shown a little bit more success. But it's kind of a case of too little too late. They're at the point now when they're just going to be playing in momentum for that S&D. It's well beyond mathematically impossible, so they're just going to try and build up any sort of momentum they can get, try and get a hot hand, because S&D, obviously a completely different game type.
It is, and you got to be saying that's where a lot of teams try to win the game against OpTic is the S&Ds. They know that Hardpoint, you know, big slaying team in OpTic Gaming, some of the best slayers in the world. If you're going to make a top 5, you put most of these players in that list. Yeah. And that's why it makes Hardpoint so difficult, as you can see here. I mean, Scump's dropping 42 for 28. Formal's about to drop a 40 bomb, and he'll probably be able to get it here. There he goes. 40 bomb for Formal as well. And they're going to end this game out now.
Yeah, and that is just scary to go against as well. We did see kind of towards the end, Tiptoe was able to pick up a 3-piece, and that kind of goes back to, you know, maybe momentum going in. But then, of course, Crim6 is going to be able to pick up a 3-piece of his own. So, again, it's just a case that, you know, the slaying power that OpTic Gaming brings to the table is just completely insane. The kill feed always going to be that red color, and that is just complete destruction in their favor. 250 to 122, lopsided win to say the least.
Yeah, it certainly was. However, it's what we're expecting here. I mean, Onslaught, you know, they've grinded a lot, as you were saying, and they're a good team, right? But there is this differential in class. There are elite level teams at this event, and you have to expect results like that.
Yeah, without a doubt. But again, S&D, this might be a thing where they've been on their grind for the past 3 weeks, something like that. They definitely have the chemistry, they definitely have the teamwork, but it's also a must-win situation for them. You could just look at the first hardpoint and say, if this goes to map 4, OpTic Gaming is going to win that hardpoint as well. So pretty much everything else is kind of must-win for Onslaught.
Yeah, I agree with you here. I mean, this is, you know, we've spoken about, you know, OpTic Gaming on Friday or first days of events do occasionally struggle. So this is maybe a good warm-up game for them to kind of really get into the zone here. We've said this might be the most hungry they've ever been as a squad here. You don't take 2 losses in finals and kind of accept it, especially with some of these players on teams. So for Onslaught, it's going to be one of those games. Difficult to win, not impossible, but good practice nonetheless. Because I think against OpTic, they're not going to win, but some of the other games have a really good chance.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, this is probably the best team they've probably ever faced in a long time, at least on a LAN event. So this is huge for the experience. I think they also have Rise in their pool, another team to look out for, potentially going to have hot hand, and TCM is going to be there as well. So these teams, not only are they focused on this one, but trying to prepare for the later days.
All right, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with map number 2. See you soon.